Revelator John.
Hello, welcome to Revelator John. What is rotor blade flapping? So if we take a simple helicopter here and we take a rotor blade here, then rotor blade flapping is essentially just the up and down motion of that rotor blade whilst the rotor blades are rotating. This flapping motion, this up and down motion, is afforded by either a flapping hinge at the rotor mast end, or it can be a flexible beam arrangement, or it can be rigidly attached and then there is flexing within the blade itself that can make it flap up or flap down. The reason for flapping is to overcome some aerodynamic differences over the rotor disc as the rotor blades are turning. So there will be differences in lift and differences in drag based upon the forward airspeed of the aircraft or wind that's flowing over the rotor disc itself. Essentially what we'll have is what we call a forward blade or an advancing blade, and a retreating blade or a reversing blade, I suppose, if you will. Well, one is actually going into the wind, so the effect is increased, and one is moving away from the wind, so the effect is decreased. So you'll have an increased lift on the advancing side and a decreasing lift on the retreating side. So therefore, without the flapping hinge, without the ability for the blade to flap up and down, there will be uneven lift and drag across the rotor disc, and it will essentially just vibrate and break itself apart. In fact, some of the very early helicopters literally were able to get an inch or two off the ground and then would essentially just vibrate out of control because there wasn't any flapping capability within the rotor blade system. As soon as they put on some flapping hinges or allowed some flexibility within the blades, then that allowed for flapping, and therefore that overall difference in lift and drag over the rotor blade was eliminated. So this process, this difference is called the dissymmetry of lift. So watch out for my other videos on that specifically, but that is what is rotor blade flapping and what it overcomes and how it is afforded. Thank you.